Hey guys, I just wanted to jump on here and talk with you a little bit about a buyer broker agreement and an exclusive right to sell agreement and what those things mean, because I think there's a lot of people that get confused. I had a situation this week with an agent, or not an agent, with a buyer who wanted to look at a home that I have listed. And he called and asked me about it. And I asked him if he had an agent, and he said, no, I don't. So I said, no problem, I can meet you there, scheduled a time. I met him there, and when we got finished, he was a little bit interested, and I was going to send him some information on it. But I said to him, you know what, we can sign a buyer broker agreement. I can help you. I can refer you to someone else in my office. I don't personally love two-side deals because there's a lot of fiduciary responsibility in that. And it's really hard to be 100% for your seller and 100% for your buyer if you're representing both. I've done it, but it's tricky because you want to make sure that you're representing both. And you do have to have permission from the seller to do both. And I have had permission from the seller to do both, so I could have. But when he said he didn't have an agent the second time when we were there, and I asked him, I said, is there, I can have somebody do it for you, whatever. And he said, you know what? No, I choose to go unrepresented. And I said, why would you choose to go unrepresented? And he said, because I feel that the seller's agent will work harder for me if I don't have an agent. This is what I want to explain to you. The seller's agent, I have a contract signed with the seller. So if I'm if I am representing the seller, I have a fiduciary responsibility to that seller to make sure that I'm getting them the best deal. So, okay, I can represent you, Mr. Joe Buyer, but I can't tell you anything, and I'm not going to work any harder for you because you are not represented. My fiduciary responsibility is to that seller. And so in all reality, I could just, this is how much money we need, and that's not the right thing to do. So it's important to know that going unrepresented as a buyer does not help you. In fact, in my opinion, it potentially hurts you because you don't have someone negotiating on your side to make sure you're getting the best price, especially in this market. In this market, as a buyer, you want to get the best price. In this market, as a seller, the seller wants to get the most money they can. That's what it's about. Those two people the buyer has a very different goal than the seller. And it's important that whether you're the buyer or the seller, you have your own representation and that you are not just using the same agent because you think it's easier. It's not easier. It's not in your best interest. Make sure you're represented. Make sure you have your own agent. And if you have any questions about this, I would love to chat with you about it and help you understand why it is so much better to have your own agent. So if you have any questions, give me a call. 801-230-3336. Bye.